Hello and welcome, Lama from BakuDev here, and welcome to our Steam multiplayer tutorial series. Throughout this series we will be creating a template you can use for all your future multiplayer projects. We will be implementing Steam, creating all the functionalities to create sessions, join friends, invite friends and start the game as the host. In addition to that, we will be also creating a complete working and savable settings menu, including control settings, audio settings and video settings. And by the way, if you want to save some time and get right into making the actual game you're planning to do and not waste time with multiplayer setup, you can get this whole template on our Patreon. So let's get right into it. The first thing you will have to do is start Unreal Engine 5.7 or higher and go on to create a new project. We are going to use the blank project template to keep things clean, and I'm going to call it SteamAppId template and then hit create. Alright, once that is done, you can go ahead and close the project again and go to your File Explorer, to the path where you have saved your Unreal Engine projects, and go into the folder where your project is saved. For me it's just Unreal Projects and SteamAppId template. It will look like that, and what we are going to do now is create a folder for our plugins, and after that you will have to head to the first link in the description, which is the vrue4.com page for the advanced sessions binaries. And then you will have to download the version which relates to the version of Unreal Engine you're working in. We're just going to download it real quick. Perfect. And once that is done, you will have to open it and put your project folder right besides this and just drag the Advanced Sessions plugin into the plugins folder. And that's that. After that, you can go ahead and open the project again. Perfect, and what we will have to do now is go over here to Tools and hit New C++ class. It doesn't matter how it's called, it's just important that we have added a C++ class, so C++ is initialized in that project because that's important for the Advanced Sessions plugin to work. It will then tell you that the project now includes sources. Please close the editor and build from your IDE. We are about to do that. And just hit yes here. And it will now open Microsoft Visual Studio. If it does not do that for you, you will have to head to the second link in the video description to visualstudio.microsoft.com and go ahead and download the community version and then just install all the necessary tools for game dev and C++. It will be a pretty intuitive installer, so I hope you will get that done. If not, there's a documentation. And we can go ahead and close Visual Studio again, because we don't really need it. That's that. What we're now going to do is go into the plugins directory and search for Socket. And you now have to activate SteamSockets and Socket Subsystem Epic Online System. And also activate the Socket Subsystem Steam IP. And it will now tell you to restart the Unreal editor to initialize the changes. So we are going to hit restart now. It will now ask you if you want to rebuild. Yes, we want to. Perfect. And once that is done, you can go ahead and close the project again and head back into the project folder. The folder is now going to look like that, and what we are going to do now is add a new text file which will be called SteamAppId. It's very important that the name's right, and then we're going to open it up. Going to type in 480. If you already have your own Steam Developer ID, you can put it into here, but if not, we can use 480 for the public Steam Developer ID. Then going to hit save. And now we will have to go into the config folder, open the default engine.ini and scroll right to the bottom. And in the description there will be a little code snippet which you will have to copy paste down here. So it looks like that. Again, if you have your own Steam Developer ID already, you will have to switch these two out. If not, just leave it as it is. Hit save and then we can go back into that folder and go ahead and open the project one more time. Perfect. So now that's the setup we will need outside of the project, and now we can go ahead and start creating some files in here. I'm going to create a folder for core and also a folder for the levels. Go ahead and create the first level. We can do an empty level because that will be our main menu, level_main menu. Hit save, and then we can create another level. I'm going to select the basic template, go into here and call it level_lobby. Alright, and now we're going to head into the core folder, create a new blueprint class, open all classes, and going to search for game instance, and we're going to select the advanced friends game instance, because that's the game instance which will provide us with all the functionalities we need for Steam multiplayer, and we're going to call it gi_core, and then we're going to save that. What you're now going to do is go into the project settings, search for game instance, and for the game instance class we are going to select the GI core we have just created, and after that you can go ahead and test it by going to the three dots over here and open a standalone game. One important note is to always do that, because if you try to start it in the viewport, Steam will not initialize. It will only work if you are starting it in a standalone game or as a build. So now we got that over here, and we already see the Steam overlay popping up on the lower right corner, and we can now hit Shift Tab and it will open the Steam overlay, which means the Steam setup is successfully completed. Perfect. So what we're going to do now is to start creating some UI widgets. For that we're going to create this UI folder, go into it and search up here for widget and create a widget blueprint user widget, and we're going to call it wg_main menu, because that will be our main menu. And in here we will add a canvas panel right here, then go up here and make it, no, we will leave it at full screen, and after that we will insert an image right here, and now we're going to go to anchors, hit shift and control and then click, which will stretch it over the whole screen. We'll give it a little bit of a darker color so it will not blind us, and then we will hit compile, save, close it, and after that we're going to head right to the main menu, because that's where we will use it. Go up here, click open level blueprint, delete these two, and then take the event begin play and drag the pin out here, do a create widget node, and for the class we're going to select wg_main menu. We're going to add the get player controller node as well, because we're going to put it into owning player. And what we're now going to do is add to viewport for the widget, so we can actually see it. And for the player controller, we're going to set the input mode to UI only. Connect these two. Widget to focus will be our main menu. And what we are also going to do is set show mouse cursor, no, not get. We are going to set show mouse cursor true, and we're going to connect these two, hit save, compile. Alright, and if we now go ahead and start the game, we can now start in the viewport, because we don't need Steam at the moment. We can see that the main menu widget is populated, which builds a great base for the rest of the tutorial series, where we are going to add the menu, the play menu where you can create your session, join friends, etc. But that's it for this tutorial. I hope you enjoyed it. If you still have any questions, don't hesitate to join our Discord and ask them, or write them into the comments so everybody can see the answer. See you in the next one. Bye.